And a lawyer who's also a frequent defendant is in trouble again. This time, a murder conviction could be on the line. Good evening. An Albuquerque defense attorney has a long list of court appearances that he can't seem to keep up with.
We're not talking about cases for people he represents, but we're talking about his own cases. And now News 13's Kim Holland has discovered this lawyer's latest trouble with the law could overturn a guilty verdict in a murder trial.
Attorney Fred Jones knows the ins and outs of the court system from his own experience. He's been in front of a lot of judges at both district and metro court. His criminal history is chock full of mostly traffic charges for driving without a license, having no insurance or registration, and speeding. But in many of those cases, Jones has a habit of not showing up to court to take care of his charges. According to court records, he's failed to pay fines or show up in court in 9 separate cases, and judges have held him in contempt of court 4 other times. Earlier this month, Chief Metro Court Judge Judith Nakamura had enough. She had Jones arrested on an outstanding warrant. Deputies arrested him during a murder trial while Jones was defending Benjamin Montoya. Last week, a jury found Montoya guilty. Judges say Jones often shows up late for his clients' cases and ignores orders from the court. On Monday, Chief Judge Nakamura ordered that Jones have random drug testing. On Tuesday, he tested positive for cocaine, admitting he had used 2 days prior. But we've also learned Jones admitted that he may have been under the influence in a recent trial. Court records show the only recent trial he's had is the Benjamin Montoya murder case.
If a defendant feels that he hasn't had an effective assistance of counsel, they can either through another attorney or on their own petition either the original court or the Court of Appeals to review the case and determine if they did in fact have a ineffective assistance of counsel. A retrial could cost taxpayers $8,000 to $10,000. The court has now ordered Jones to undergo daily breath and urine tests to check for alcohol and drugs. Kim Holland, KRQE News 13.
And that's not all. The state Supreme Court confirms it suspended Jones's attorney's license several times, most recently from 1995 to 2004. Over the phone, though, they couldn't tell us why. Jones has also had administrative suspensions for not paying bar dues and not completing continuing education. We have tried to reach Fred Jones by phone and by email, but we got no response.